Good day, dear viewers. Today is another day in this once mighty, now rather compromised nation we call home. As always, I stand on the other side, questioning, exposing, and, of course, ensuring no one gets away with feeding us lies. So, sit down, grab a strong cuppa, and prepare yourselves, because today we're diving into the latest display of patriotism, chaos, and, most importantly, hypocrisy, straight from the streets of Manchester. Yesterday, thousands of proud British patriots took to the streets in what can only be described as a remarkable display of national pride. Their mission? Quite simple, really, exercising their democratic right to protest. A radical idea these days, isn't it? Because, as we've seen time and time again, whenever the Union Jack is waved with pride, the usual suspects aren't far behind. And no, not to debate, not to counter with arguments, but to shriek, disrupt, and, as is their nature, cause absolute bedlam. Before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, do hit that subscribe button. Here at Brit Spectrum News, we do not bow to censorship, and we certainly do not entertain propaganda. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. From early morning, the patriots arrived in droves, banners high, spirits even higher. Rain, cold, minor inconveniences, at best. Their message was clear: the British people have had enough. Enough of weak immigration policies, enough of their identity being watered down to appease the perpetually offended, and enough of being vilified for daring to state the obvious. UKIP made their presence known, standing boldly with their unmistakable banner reading * mass deportations now star. Subtle? Hardly. Necessary? Absolutely. And, predictably, that was enough to send the professional agitators into a fit of manufactured outrage. And then, like clockwork, the counter-protesters arrived. At first, just placards and chants, then, within minutes, it escalated. Because they never come to talk, do they? Oh no, that would require reason, logic, and the ability to form coherent arguments. Instead, they came to drown out the voices they despise, because they don't want debate. They want dominance. It all started when a group of patriots found themselves surrounded by the self-appointed arbiters of morality. You know the types, the ones who scream *Nazi* at anyone who doesn't subscribe to their worldview. The police stepped in, forming a barrier, but the radical left had no interest in peace. Footage shows it clearly. The same people who preach tolerance were the first to throw bottles, to push officers, to incite violence. Some waved communist flags, others held banners supporting radical ideologies, all united under one cause: silencing dissent. The police had no choice but to intervene with force. What began as a peaceful demonstration turned into a clash, and, as always, the mainstream media spun the narrative: peaceful anti-fascist demonstrators against the far-right star. Because of course, that's how it always goes, doesn't it? Despite the chaos, the march continued, culminating in a speech that left many in attendance both enraged and inspired. UKIP's leader took the stage, his voice unwavering as he delivered a message the establishment would rather we didn't hear. This is our country. A nation built on Christian values, on tradition, on identity. And without identity, a nation is nothing. Look around you. Do you see what's happening? An unholy alliance of Marxists, radical Islamists, and so-called progressives, all banding together with one goal: erasing us, silencing us, stripping Britain of everything that made it great. The crowd erupted in applause. This wasn't just a speech, it was a rallying cry. They call us extremists for wanting to protect our families. They call us fascists for refusing to be erased. They call us intolerant because we reject their lies. But today, here in the heart of Manchester, I tell you this: no more. A deafening cheer followed. The people understood. Words alone would not be enough. They have taught us to tolerate the intolerable, to accept the unacceptable. But they have lied. Today, right here, I say, no more submission. No more silence. No more surrender. We are British, and we will never be ashamed of that. And the crowd roared. As expected, the mainstream media wasted no time twisting the events of the day. Reports flooded in: violent far-right protests met with resistance from peaceful counter-demonstrators star. But we know the truth, don't we? The footage speaks for itself. The reality is simple: Britain stands at a crossroads. One path leads to submission, decay, and oblivion. The other, to resistance, renewal, and revival. The choice is ours. But that, dear viewers, is for you to decide. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Like the video if you want the truth to be heard. Subscribe for more uncensored content. And remember, history is not written by those who remain silent. It is written by those who dare to speak when others are too afraid. Until next time.